Hello everyone and welcome back to Veluwe Zoo. In the previous episode we finished up this tropical area of Veluwe Zoo. So all the tropical animals that I wanted to put in are already in here. I left some open space over here. So when a new DLC drops with some tropical animals, we can still put them here. And this bongo is shitting in his own bed. So he seems very happy with his new habitat. So that's good. So let's see, we have a animal which is hungry. Let's call a keeper. Oh, that's still not fixed. Very good. And oh, my bongo is stressed. Why are you stressed? I think he's too popular. They don't really have a space to hide right now. That is one problem. Let me try to fix that. I can maybe use that one-way glass. Do I already have that? Chain link, glass, one-way glass. Yes. Okay, let's try to replace these with the one-way glass. So let's put it to pause and I'm gonna replace that. It seems that I got it in the wrong way. So let's try to fix that like that. Perfect. And this one. That one is already correct. Select it all. Make it a little bit higher. Perfect. So now the guests can see the animals. And I hope this will work against the stress levels for them. See, it's getting better. That's what we wanted. So very good. Again, one of my habitat has damaged barriers. Call a mechanic. Somehow for the staff it's really difficult to keep up with the work in this building. I don't know why, because the staff buildings are like right next to it. But I really hope they fix that in the next update. Because the keepers will run towards the animals. I really get the message very often that these animals are starving, so I really hope that will be fixed very soon. So we got some research done, some new diseases. The bongo is finished and all the other one is also almost finished, and I almost got all the diseases done. So let's start on the ones that are left, and let's start another research here as well. Very good. By the way, we almost reached 1 million. So I really want to get that as soon as possible. Because the build that I have in mind is gonna cost me a lot of money. So let's try to increase the prices a little bit. 37. And I did read that maybe it's possible to only put it like at 30 for the kids. So not a big difference. Let's see, everyone is still paying. That's good. I didn't get any messages anymore about the stress levels of the flamingos. So that's good. So that apparently did fix the problem. See, and this is what I was talking about. Again, this guy is hungry and the keeper is not there. Call keeper. Thank you. And you can probably already guess which challenges we have left. Increase the puff adder education rating to 18%. I really have no clue. The other one, release 2 saltwater crocodiles to the wild. Let's see. These are still children. Juvenile. We have to wait until they're old enough so then we can release them. Let's check on the inspection report. So we have habitat 23, which is only getting a 3-star rating. Let's try to find that one and give it a name. That's 25. Which one is this? Maybe this one. 23. Very good. Why did you only get a 3-star rating? So there's not enough toy enrichment for these guys. So let's fix that. See? Perfect. So the only thing I can improve is the quality of the meals. Where do I find that? Here you go. Grade 2. Because I still have to do some research. We have some animals fighting again. This always looks weird. See? Doesn't really seem like a fair matchup. I think this is happening because I had these settings that the animals are aging 3 times slower than normal. You will get things like this. But let's find them. So we have... Oh, these are all too old. Okay. Let's get them out. Send them to the trade center. All of them. So also you. And then find them here. So we have a very old one and another very old one. So I'm gonna release you. It seems to be better if I just get some new ones. Let me get some new ones. And it's freezing again. Oh my god. I really hope they fix this in the update. Please. Oh, and oh, there's an animal escaping. How did he get here? What's happening? He just ran back. What was that? Right, so I got my new animals in. Now I hope they start breeding very soon. I keep getting messages that my Okapi and Bongo are stressed. So let's try to put these signs here. There you go. Alright, all good. So as I told you in the beginning, I want to keep this space a little bit open. And I will start expanding the zoo towards this side. And I already have something in mind. So let's switch to the time-lapse right now. And for the time-lapse, I'm switching back to a sandbox mode, as I did with the reptile house as well. But the main reason was because the franchise servers were down when I wanted to record this. So right now I'm starting on a new building, and this building is going to be a indoor desert. And for the people who have already joined my Discord server, I created a list of all the animals where I want to put them. And one thing I want to start with is the indoor desert. This indoor desert is highly inspired by the desert building in Burgers Zoo in the Netherlands, which I visited a month ago or a few months ago already. And this is really a wonderful place with, you really have the feeling that you are entering a jungle or a desert, sorry. And it really looks cool. So that's what I'm trying to recreate right now. I want to recreate the building mostly. And I will put a picture up of the building right now, and you can see what I'm going for. So I'm starting on the walls or the outside walls right now. That was really hard to figure it out myself because I can't really find any good pictures of the building because the entire building is covered with foliage, so you can't really see what's going on the sides. But I guess it's not really interesting to see. That's why they covered it up with the foliage, so I had to improvise a little bit with that. And I'm starting off with only one wall piece and then copying it down to the other sides. And I'm just trying to create these corners. So I'm splitting these walls from the group and then creating a new group. So I can copy this part all over the place. And then I have to try to find out how to cover up the top with the glass pieces, and I end up using these triangle pieces, and they fit perfectly into this spot. And also some other corners I will try to create later in this building. I use it the same thing. I only have like a little spot left on the top, and then this small glass piece fits perfectly. So then I start copying again and try to create this shape of the building that I would like to get. But later I will change these corners a bit because I think the building is starting to get a little bit too big, so that's why I change it later on. Again, I copy that same group of the corner I created, creating these. So first it was like 4 pieces, and now it's only 2 pieces wide, and it fits better in the end. Making sure everything looks nice with these steel beams. And this another corner, and again this glass piece fits perfectly, so that's what I want to go for. By the way, I want to thank you all for replying on the poll I posted on the community wall of YouTube, and I had a lot of votes. I think like over 250, so I was really happy with that. And I found out that people are really enjoying Veluwe Zoo and would like to see like 2 episodes, probably even more a week. I'm gonna stick with 2 because it's already a lot of work to keep up with this kind of content. And whenever I have time, I'm gonna try to record some Planet Zoo career mode, because that was like a second place. So I'm not gonna focus on that. So whenever I have time, I will try to post some extra videos on the Planet Zoo career. I'm already starting on recording for that. So but the first few scenarios aren't really interesting, so I'm trying to make something nice out of that. But again, thank you very much for all your support on that one and for all your votes. So I already mentioned in the beginning of the video that Frontier might be announcing some DLC, because by the time I was recording that part, the DLC wasn't confirmed yet. But yesterday we got the official announcement of the South American DLC, and I'm really happy to see that one. The DLC will contain some new monkeys, so I can continue the Monkey Island series again, so I'm really happy with that one. and so at least one habitat that we can add to that zoo. And I want to maybe create some new buildings with the pieces in that zoo, but we will see. And then of course we can add the other animals to Veluwe Zoo, because we have to add all the animals in the game to Veluwe Zoo. So also these new animals will get in there. I just need to try to find a spot for them. I do want to have like the giant anteater. I want that one to be in the tropical part. So yeah, I already mentioned I have some open space left for some extra tropical animals. So these will fit in perfectly. But I only have to try to find like a good spot for the other animals. So yeah, please let me know which animals you would like to see in which part of the zoo. Join my Discord server if you want to yeah, get involved into that discussion to where to put the animals. So I already started on the roof. The roof is quite a simple structure, and this is also highly inspired by the building of Burger Zoo. It's basically like only glass panels that cover up the entire thing, and there will be a metal structure to hold that glass roof up. Because you don't have any pillars inside the building, but that metal structure is holding the entire roof, so you won't have any pillars or whatever inside the building, and it really looks like it's floating or covering up the entire building. And I'm starting on that structure right now. I tried to make it from the metal pieces again, but it looked weird, so I'm using these I think they are limestone pillars, but yeah, that's the basically the round structures I could find that would fit this purpose basically. So that's why I chose to get or to use these. So what I will do here is, again, I will create this part and then I will copy it down all over the place, just to save some time, of course. Try to make everything fit nicely. So I finally fixed this part, and then I will put it in the right position, and I will start copying it towards the other sides as well. And in the end it really looks cool, but you can already probably imagine that we won't be able to finish this entire build in this episode. So this episode will be the building itself and one habitat, and basically in the next episode I'm gonna finish the entire interior, the staff buildings, the next habitat, and also the outside area of the building. But yeah, otherwise it would have been like a 60-minute episode, and you guys know I don't really like the really long episodes. This one is already longer than usual, I think around 25 minutes, where I try to stick in between 15 and 20 minutes. So yeah, a little bit longer, but yeah, it's a big build, but it already looks really good after this episode. On the inside, I'm starting to really like the interior. I have to admit, I started it like 3 or 4 times before I was finally happy with the result. And but yeah, we're starting to get there. And in this episode, we are actually adding the Gemsbok to the zoo, and I want to add the camels in the next episode. But yeah, if you have any other great ideas of animals you would like to see in this building, I don't think there are a lot of desert animals in the game right now, but yeah, I found these 2 animals to be the ones that would fit into this area. And I know I already changed the amount of animals in the starter building I created in the beginning of the series. I was adding the desert exhibit animals in there, but I found that the desert exhibit animals would fit better into this building than in that one, so I'm gonna take those out. I will probably do that in the next episode as well, and I'm gonna put something new into that building. So please also let me know what you would like to see in that building. Do you want to see a food court? Do you want to see some other exhibit animals? Just let me know in the comments as well. But yeah, these exhibit animals will be in the desert building. So what I'm doing right now, I already put the exhibit in here, and I'm covering everything up with these rocks. And then later on I found that this position for the exhibits is not perfect, and I really want to create like a tunnel in between the habitats. But you will see it later what I'm going for. One thing you also saw me doing is that I created a separate group of the roof that I built, and I moved the roof away from the building, so it's much better to work indoors without a roof. So that's a little trick that I want to teach you guys. Whenever you're creating a building, make sure that you use a separate group for the roof, because right now I can just zoom in and out without having to struggle getting through the roof with the camera. So yeah, it works much better. So I actually got the idea of creating this tunnel when I was building this. So I want to create like a shelter space right here, and that it will be glass in this open area basically, so the guests can still see the animals. But there will be glass, so the one-way glass that I already put in the beginning of the episode for the okapi and the bongo, because otherwise I'm afraid that the animals will get stressed again. But yeah, I want to get that on both sides. So one side will be for the habitat that we're building today, and then the next one will be for the next episode. So the guests will walk through it and can see both animals on both sides, and also still see the exhibit animals. And actually, you can also see through the exhibit animals into the habitats. And that's also one thing you can also see in the actual building in Burgers Zoo, that you can see through a snake exhibit, but you're also looking into a habitat that's on the back. So it's it's really highly inspired by that building. So I would also like to have your guys' opinion about this one. That's the good thing. When I split into 2 episodes, you guys can give your opinions about it, and I can still implement it in the next episode into this building. So if you have any good suggestions, or you want to see something else in this building, or you think I should do the habitat a little bit different or whatever, just let me know down in the comments. And I will read everything, and I will try to implement as much as possible, of course. I'm also sorry if my voice is a bit weird today. I really have a sore throat, and I'm not sure if it's the virus, but it's starting to look like it. I have to work from home, so yeah, it's a bit weird. But yeah, I hope you guys don't mind it. I will try to edit it as much as possible so it would sound normal. So I just moved the entire exhibits towards the middle of the building, and then I'm just creating this roof with the rock pieces. I left those exhibit animals on the sides, so in the corners. I will remove those, and there will be an extra viewing area over the habitat as well. So that one really looks cool. I accidentally made that one, or basically by moving this. And I also moved the entire floor down a little bit, so when you enter the building, you can see on top of the place, so you can see the entire building already, and then you have to move down with some stairs. So the view is much better when you enter the building, but you will see that in the end as well. There will be some cinematics, but not that much, because the build is not finished yet. It's not much to show off already. But yeah, in the next episode, I will make sure there's a nice tour, or like a cinematic tour around this building, because I do believe, like, in the end, it's gonna look really, really cool. So this is the viewing area that I was talking about. So I'm trying to create that one right now. So we'll actually have like 3 different viewing areas for the guests. So indoors, when you enter the building on the front, then you can already see the animals, and this viewing area as well. So again, in this episode, there will be a lot of rocks. Yes, the entire area will be covered up with rocks. I want to cover up the sides with rocks. This entire tunnel structure is made of rocks. So yeah, that's also the big inspiration from the desert building in the Burgers Zoo, because that one, it's really also covered up with rocks, plants and everything. It really looks like you're entering a desert. So that's what I'm trying to go for. The only thing I leave open is this little spot right here to get some extra light in there. I don't want to get like a dark tunnel thing, so I want to keep it as bright as possible. That's also one reason I would like, I like this building, because the entire roof was made of glass, so I know that the building is still really bright on the inside. That was one downside of the reptile house I built. I found it that was quite dark inside and didn't really like that. Then you have to work with lights or stuff, but those only work during the night. So yeah, it's much easier like this to have like this glass roof, and so a lot of light will enter the building. That yeah, I really like that. So with that, we almost reached the end of the video. So there will be some small cinematics in the end, but yeah, not a lot, but you will see it all in the next episode. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and if you did, make sure you hit the like button, and if you didn't do it already, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on any new content. And I will speak to you guys in the next episode of Veluwe Zoo. Goodbye.